Hello everyone. Here we will see the notes of The Serpent and the Rope. Raja Rao's The Serpent and the Rope has received high critical praise. Dr. Iyengar admires the book in the following manner. In Kantapura is Raja Rao's Ramayana, then The Serpent and the Rope is his Mahabharata. If Kantapura has a recognizable epic quality, The Serpent and the Rope is more qualitable epic. It is almost encyclopedic in its scope. About author. Raja Rao is one of the three founding pillars of Indian writing in English, along with R.K. Narayan and Raj Anand. But Rao's brilliance as an author is not limited to this genre. His writing was distinct from his contemporaries because he attempted not only to translate Indian sensibility into English but also tried to incorporate Indian metaphysics, philosophy, etc. into his fictional work. The Serpent and the Rope drew wide praise and is considered as masterpiece. The Serpent and the Rope. This is a semi-autobiographical novel. It describes Ramaswamy's search and quest for truth and self-knowledge. Ramaswamy is a kind young man. He is somewhat frail because of his tubercular lungs. While studying in France, he has married Madeline, a French woman. Now Ramaswamy is looking to finish his thesis on Albigensian heresy and then move back to India. In the beginning, Ramaswamy gives hints that his relation with his wife is not going well. Their married life has some concern about their mutual understanding. Their first child, a son, has died just after 7 months of his birth. Now his father is on the verge to die. For tries, he must return to India. He returns to India, though his wife remains there in France. In India, he has a stepmother who has served his father till his death. He calls her as Little Mother. He and his mother attend rituals and ceremonies. They go on a pilgrimage to holy places as part of it, having performed all ceremonial duties of a son. He goes back to France to be with his wife. Ramaswamy is longing to understand himself and his life in a better way, especially about his incompleteness within himself. During the trip of France, he meets Savitri, Cambridge student. She is engaged to one of his friends. She confesses him that she is not in love with the man. Initially, he considers her to be a modern sort of woman and does not think highly of her. Despite this fact, he is not able to keep her away from his thought. Reaching home, he feels himself to be more distant, more his wife than ever. At their first dinner together after his return, Madeline, realizing a change in him, asks him if she has failed his gods somehow. He replies that she has not failed his gods, but she has failed him. His mother had given him to touring to be bestowed upon Madeline as blessings, but now he feels so distant to her that he cannot give her the gift. He realizes that things have gone too far now. He no longer sees her as his beloved wife. Friends, here Ramaswamy says he's not satisfying or not adjusting with his wife. One reason contributing to this situation in his desire for Savitri. Eventually, his mind becomes so much obsessed with her thoughts that it starts to hurt his married life. His relation with his wife becomes even more tense and complicated as his own situation with introduction of Savitri in his life. You understood right now? Because of his family condition goes worst because of only the Savitri. Savitri visits him and Madeline in France. Ramaswamy accompanies her to England in order to complete his research thesis. They spend time together and he realizes it's a deep love for her. At the same time, he is able to express his love. Provided the fact he is already married, he gives her those Taurus rings as a gift and she accepts. This marks a great significance in their relationship. Ramaswamy goes to London for lung surgery. Savitri visits him. They accept it as their fate and resolve apart in their ways. They acknowledge that the true love is about rejoicing in one another's happiness. Ramaswamy divorces Madeline. He realizes that the answer he has been seeking lies in the journey to seek out his guru, and that all of the trials and tribulations of his life have led him to this realization. Here, he divorces his wife Madeline, and he wanted to meet Savitri, but he wanted to understand the real truth of life. Relationship between Savitri and Ram or Ramaswamy in Serpent and the Rope. First of all, the novel The Serpent and the Rope has achieved with popularity because this novel is wide popularity because this novel is that in it. Like D.H. Lawrence, Raja Rao is deeply concerned with one of the fundamental relatives of human life because the man-woman relationship. In the novel, he has portrayed this theme of man-woman relationship through marriage of South Indian Brahmin with a French woman. This theme of attraction between man and woman of diverse cultural background is a very popular theme for number of Indo-Anglican novelists. For instance, Kamala Markandeya portrays this theme in Some Inner Fury. In B. Rajan's The Dark Dancer, a South Indian Brahmin is attracted towards Cynthia, whom he met at Cambridge. Like this novelist, Raja Rao has also portrayed this cross-culture marriage between Ramaswamy and Madeline. The novel artistically described the relationship of Ramaswamy with Madeline and Savitri. In 1946, in his 21st year, he goes to France with a government scholarship to pursue a course of research in European history and meets at the University of Caen his future wife Madeline, a teacher of history, 5 years senior in age. They marry nearly 3 years later on February 10, 1949, and a child is born whom they call Krishna. But the child dies in bronchopneumonia within a year of his birth. Initially, relationship between Rama and Madeline was fruitful. Both of them value the cultures of the partners. To quote V.A. Shahane, in this regard, the union of Rama and Madeline in wedlock is a marriage of minds and souls rather than mere bodies. They just not married physically, even their soul also got married together. In fact, their marriage assumes an international spiritual dimensions rather than the dimensions of purely personal and individual relationship. It is not privately cherished bond of two individual mind, but rather the mutual coexistence of two culture with their distinctive philosophical life. Rama and Madeline represent two worldviews, and their relationship is a union of these two diverse cultures. In spite of the diversity of cultural background, they are initially able to maintain a vigorous relationship between them. Then Rama's meeting with Savitri, the fiancée of his friend Pratap, highlights what he misses in Madeline. Rama realizes that the true woman for him is Savitri. Thus, the rift widens between Rama and Madeline. Many critics have written about the relationship between Ramaswamy and Madeline, but he does not know that Madeline has more Indian virtues than the westernized Savitri. In this zeal towards Indian sensibility, he rejects Madeline and turns towards Savitri. Vimala Rao stressed the essential Indianness of Madeline in these words. When Rama fall ill, she undertakes a fast. Her devoutness to pray for all the well-being for her husband. Really, she loved a lot Ramaswamy. Woman plays a very important role in man's life. It is through a woman that a man fully knows and realizes himself. In intimate moments, Ramaswamy feels that Madeline is very essence of his life. He loves her so deeply that he finds his own self, deeply reflected in her. Rama passes through wonderful experiences in his intimate moments. He is filled with the insatiable lust. He unlocks his heart to her with the following passionate outburst. Savitri was not attracted by Pratap. Madeline shows a very interesting and wonderful aspect of this man woman relationship. Woman becomes with her man like a mother to a child. She takes care of her man, gives him comfortable and protects him. It is through man's intimate physical union with his woman that he can spiritually realize the great harmony that provides all aspects of the universe. Rama's hunger for maternal love has tremendously influenced his view of woman and her principle on earth. Ramaswamy, the protagonist narrator, is an interior monologue ruminates what a deep and reverential mystery womanhood is after his meeting with Saroja, the stepsister. In his unique experience with Savitri, he finds the real woman, a never changing truth, the abiding reality. Rama's attitude in this novel can be discerned in his relation to various women whom he encounters in one capacity or another, mother, sister, wife, and beloved. Speaking about the preeminent place of woman on earth, the narrator remarks Ramaswamy, in a very reflective mood, realizes man is incomplete without woman and life is made for woman. Man is a stranger to this earth. He says, a woman is best in the earth. Among the Indian English novelists, Raja Rao has delved deep into the changing colors of this relationship, the mysteries of the female principle. Conclusion: The Serpent and the Rope is an excellent probe in its basic nature and its various facets. Thus, it can be said that Raja Rao is a champion of man-woman relationship theme. So, The Serpent and the Rope, in its fine example, Serpent and the Rope takes its title from the Advaita Vedanta of Shankaracharya, in which the serpent and the rope are symbols of ultimate reality and cosmic illusion. This novel portrays Ramaswamy's quest for self-realization. Throughout his journey, he rigorously quests for a guru to vouchsafe to him the vision of truth. Throughout the novel, he was trying to find the truth of real life. If you understood these notes of The Serpent and the Rope, please don't forget to like, comment in the comment box, and also subscribe my channel. Thank you.